5th August 2024 আৰু আজি আমাৰ প্ৰথমটো টপিক হ'ল Chief Minister announced a new domicile policy for Assam আৰু CM said that there are plans and policies announced to introduce a new domicile policy আৰু য'ত অকল অসমত যিখিনি ল'ৰা ছোৱালী জন্ম হৈছে তেওঁলোকৰ কাৰণে জব ৰিজাৰ্ভ থাকিব The proposed domicile policy is expected to reserve government employment opportunities exclusively for individuals born in Assam. অসমত যিখিনি ল'ৰা ছোৱালী জন্ম হৈছে তেওঁলোকৰ কাৰণে exclusively government জবখিনি ৰিজাৰ্ভ কৰা হ'ব CM emphasized the importance of this policy in safeguarding cultural and democratic fabric of Assam. And he cited examples of Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Gujarat having similar policies. In Bengal also, one should be able to read and write Bengali for certain jobs. Recently, Karnataka government attempted reservation for locals in private sector. Okay. Now, there are certain challenges. যিখিনি আমি পাওঁ 2020 এটা জাজমেণ্টৰ পৰা Now, what happened? Haryana government brought in a law. Haryana State Employment of Local Candidates Act 2020. Okay. And by this act, Haryana government tried to reserve 70% of the jobs, okay, to state domiciles in the private sector. Okay. Now, what happened? Later, the Haryana court spoke about this act and quashed this act. Now, while bringing down this act, Haryana court spoke about certain issues in the which came in from the constitutional rights. Article 19 clause 1 subclause G. ইয়াৰ পৰা কি আমাৰ কি আহে right to profession, okay, throughout India, right? Similarly, Article 19 clause 1 subclause D and subclause E পৰা আমাৰ কি আহে movement আৰু residential কথা. As per Haryana government, private jobত তেনেকুৱা এটা reservation অনাটো correct নহয়, and it violates constitutional morality. Okay. So also definitely for certain jobs, speaking Assamese, reading Assamese, able to read Assamese and write Assamese, etc. should be there. ঠিক আছে. Now, ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে Assam government also taken decision regarding the sale of land between Hindus and Muslims. Government of Assam said that though government cannot prevent such transaction, it has made it mandatory to take consent of the Chief Minister office before going ahead. Okay. Now, the next topic is inequality issue, the psychology of extravagance. Now, recently, economists Nitin Kumar Bharati, Lucas Sennell, Thomas Piketty, and Anmol Somanshi in the March 2024 brought in a study titled Income and Wealth Inequality in India. Okay. 1922 to 23, the rise of billionaire rise. Infra debt. The top 1% of the income and wealth shares were 22.6% and 40.1%. Okay. Now, what happened? If we go through the question paper of this year, in the GS1 paper itself, rich and poor divide, inequal division of the resources over already it was a question. So, it is also important for next year prelims and mains. Okay. In real terms, top 1% possess an average of 854 million of wealth, 40 times the average Indian. While the bottom 50% and the middle 40% hold 20.17 millions and 20.96 millions. Okay, as per some studies. Okay, even more shocking is that nearly 90% of the billionaire wealth in 2022-23 was held by upper caste. Other backward classes owned less than 10% and scheduled caste a meager 2.6%, while ST found no representation among the wealthiest Indians. The Niti Aayog reported that 135 million Indians successfully escaped multidimensional poverty between 2016 and 2021, of which nutrition is a component indicator. Okay, or it was found in the report the state of food security and nutrition in the world. Okay, now ইয়াৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত কি হয় যে আমাৰ Article 38 and Article 39 speaks about the welfare state, right? Also equal division of resources. যাতে concentration of resources হ'ব নোৱাৰে, সেইকাৰণে Article 30 and Article 39 is very important. Okay, with regards to inequality. লগতে আমাৰ ইয়াতে আহিব SDG goal 10, that is a reducing inequality. See, although various economists and various reports criticize the government of India regarding inequality. Also, there are some positive also. Ki hoy, there is a term called Gini coefficient. As per Gini coefficient, ইয়াতে আমাৰ যদি 0 signify কৰে that is absolute equality, and if আৰু যদি 1 হয় ভ্যালুটো that is absolute inequality. Okay, so 0 is absolute equality and 1 is absolute inequality. In 2014, the Gini coefficient was 0.472. In 2023, it got reduced to 0.402. That means there is 15% reduction of inequality also. That means with time, our inequality comes, but the speed is very slow. Okay, in those aspects, this is important. So in this article, the various critical aspects about inequality existing in India has been discussed, and data are important. যদি আমাৰ prelims বা mains data related question আহে, so important for GS1 and GS2 paper. The next topic is regarding landslide of Wayanad. How can Wayanad reduce landslide risks? Now, as per the article, the causes of landslide in Wayanad, there are some natural factors such as geological susceptibility, Kerala's terrain, nearly half the Kerala's land are amounting to 19,301 square meter, or the almost 50% of the total lands is prone to landslides, according to the GSR, Geological Survey of India. Western Ghats slope, the slope of Western Ghats significantly increases Wayanad's vulnerability and landslides. And heavy rainfall. So recently there is warming of Arabian Sea. Our Tarkana rainfall বহুত বেশি high হয়ে গেছিল. Wayanad experiences heavy rainfall, making it uniquely vulnerable. According to research by IIT Delhi, almost 33% of the district is highly susceptible to landslides. Climate change impact, then warming of Arabian Sea, and recent trends. Increasing trend of heavy rainfall and heavy rainfall induced landslides. Then there are certain human factors also. Construction development, tourism boom, okay, inappropriate development. So these things exceeded the ecological carrying capacity of the region. আর তেতিয়া তোমাৰ কি হয় তাৰ পৰা নেচাৰেল ডিজাস্টাৰ হোৱাৰ চান্সেছ বাঢ়িছে. There are certain committees such as one is Ghats committee, one is Kshatriyangan committee. So Ghats report for protecting Western Ghats, led by Mr. Madhav Ghats, the Western Ghats ecology expert panel proposed a comprehensive protection plan in 2011. Get defined kora hoisile ESZ, ecological sensitive zones. The report suggested 129,000 square kilometer across 6 states to be an ESZ, or ecologically sensitive zones. Aru ta kita zone classify kora hoise. First of all, ESZ1, strict restrictions on development including land use, then mining and quarrying, hydropower, infrastructure, ecotourism, etc. Then ESZ2 and 3, less restrictive but still regulated. Wayanad, all the taluks in Wayanad were categorized under ESZ1. Okay, so recent এইখিনি জায়গাত ল্যান্ডস্লাইড হৈছে, সেইখিনি as per Ghats committee come under ESZ1. That is the highest priority and highest protection. The next is the Kshatriyangan panel's modification. Kshatriyangan committee later revised the recommendations. A subsequent panel led by the Kshatriyangan proposed protecting only 37% of the Western Ghats. Now Wayanad protection, despite the revisions, much of Wayanad remains under protection. Implementation issues, the revised protection was not implemented. The current status, draft notification. A draft notification for Western Ghats protection has been pending since March 2014, which is 6% released after the Wayanad landslide. Committee review, a 2022 committee was formed to address the state concerns and balance conservation with development needs. The committee report is still awaited. Now for landslide warning, IMD warnings. It's a whole color coded system. IMD issues warnings using a color coded system for rainfall. Pre-landslide alerts in the week before landslide, warning were mostly yellow, indicating caution but not requiring action. Post-landslide alert, a red alert was issued only after landslide on 30 July. Okay. Now, GSI is developing an early warning system for landslides. Timeline, the system is still experimental and expected to be ready in 4 to 5 years. Regional forecast, since the start of 2024 monsoon, Wayanad authorities received bulletins potentially low to moderate landslide risk with higher risk noted on 30 July. Now, Wayanadৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত the different factors have been discussed in these articles. লগতে the recommendation of the Madhav Ghats committee, that is the ESZ1, ESZ2, ESZ3, and লগতে Kshatriyangan committee, and also the committee review report of 2022. These things have been discussed. লগতে warnings for landslide ইয়াৰে ওপৰতো various points has been discussed. Now it is important for, see, এই বছৰ আমাৰ আৰ্থিকৰ ওপৰত question আহি গৈছে, right? ইৰোজনৰ ওপৰত question আহি গৈছে, তো লাষ্ট ইয়াৰ আমাৰ ফ্লাডৰ ওপৰত কুৱেশ্যন আহি গৈছে তো লেণ্ডশ্লাইড ইজ এনাদাৰ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট টপিক হুইচ ইজ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফৰ নেক্সট ইয়াৰ APSC মেইনছ GS1 and GS5 paper. The next topic is Assam Rural Infra. Assam to construct 77 rural roads costing 350 crore. The Assam government is going to construct 77 rural roads with estimated cost of 350 crore under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana Part 3. The newly improved 77 rural roads in the state have a cumulative length of more than 550 kilometers, including 14 bridges. Now, rural development বা village development আমাৰ এটা বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট থিম হয় APSC মেইনছত যদি আপোনালোকে মন কৰে in every mains the last 3 mains there are at least 3 to 5 questions in each mains regarding rural development বা village empowered village digital village whatever okay তো আমাৰ rural infra আমাৰ কাৰণে বহুত বেছি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয় also in the month of March Assam Resilient Rural Villages Program was announced okay. So 452 millions Assam Resilient Rural Bridges Program aims to strengthen the resilience and management of roads and bridges to help people living in the 1739 villages around the year. Okay. Now, the Assam Resilient Rural Bridges Program will also connect 633,000 women-led textile and handicraft producers living within 2 kilometers of the roads or collection points. So, important है हमार कि है market linkage जो कारण important है. Okay, so rural market linkage of karne Assam Resilient Rural Bridges Program important hoy. The program will help to strengthen the Assam Public Works Roads Development Financial and Procurement process in the state's own systems and providing training and improved disaster management. So it is also important to resilient structure hoy disaster resilient infra karne amar disaster management karne important hoy. In addition, it is expected to help increase women's participation by almost 20% in the jobs related to bridge design, construction, maintenance, operation, etc. The 452 million program loan from the International Bank of Reconstruction and Development (IBRD) will use the financing instruments of program for results P4R. Prelims and decisions are important and investment project financing IPF to link the disbursement of the funds. So the Assam Resilient Rural Bridges Program is important for rural infrastructure, disaster management, women-led development, market linkage, etc. Amar karone bahute beshi important. The next topic is Assam as a global electronic hub. Chief Minister said Assam to be a global electronic hub. Assam is said to become the next global electronic hub if we are successful in implementing the semiconductor process recently inaugurated in Assam. Okay. The Tata Group is already training or imparting training to 1,000 girls from Assam on the jobs in the semiconductor industry. These girls will be the first batch of workers in the 𝐤𝐳 project. The semiconductor project will make Assam a corridor for electronic companies. The construction of the building will be over by 2025 and production will start soon after. Now, এইটো ক্ষেত্ৰত Assam government যোৱা বছৰ Assam Electronics Policy launch কৰিছিলে 2023 সেইটো আমাৰ ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব to make Assam as a global electronic hub. So this will establish Assam as a hub of semiconductor manufacturing and electronics production, and key benefits of the policy include attracting semiconductor fabrication on digital investment, job creation, ecosystem development, market resilience, export growth, and revenue generation for the state. And under the policy, there are various subsidized rates for electricity, for land, okay, etc. So for the next year, Assam as a global electronic hub is very important for means. Assam Electronics Policy 2023 is also important. The next topic is regarding Lok Adalat. Chief Minister Minister said that purpose of Lok Adalat is to take justice to homes of people. Now, Lok Adalat or People's Court is one of the ADR or alternative dispute resolution mechanism, where the cases of disputes which are pending in the court or which are at pre-litigation stage are settled in amicable manner. So, Lok Adalat is a statutory body under Legal Services Authorities Act 1987. So, important for prelims karne. The system is based on Gandhian principles, and Lok Adalat serves very crucial functions in India due to many factors like pending cases, illiteracy, poverty, high vacancy in the courts, etc. Now, reason for establishment of the Lok Adalat. Eta hol equal justice and free legal aid, that is Article 39A. Then speedy trial. So, under Article 21, there is judgment called the 𝐓𝐶𝐻𝐸 Khatun judgment. In the 𝐓𝐶𝐻𝐸 Khatun judgment, Supreme Court said that speedy trial is a fundamental right, reducing backlogs. Now, role of Lok Adalat, eta whole dispute settlements, justice, okay, then alternative dispute resolution ADR, and reducing litigation. Now, power of the Lok Adalat, Power comes from the Legal Services Authority in 1987. The Lok Adalat shall have the jurisdiction to determine and to arrive at a compromise or settlement between the parties to a dispute in respect of any case. Very important, these things are for the prelims. Any case pending before the court, any matter which is falling within the jurisdiction of and is not brought before any court for which the Lok Adalat is organized. The award made by Lok Adalat is deemed to be a decree of civil court, important for prelims perspective. Such award is final and binding on all the parties, and no appeal against such an award lies before any court of law. All these points are prelims or bahut important. However, in exercising their right to litigate, the parties involved are free to approach the court with relevant jurisdiction and file a case by following the required procedure. So, Lok Adalat ek kunkan hoy, your work ki hoy, etc. These are important for prelims and also for the mains exam. The next topic is regarding Nalbari area silkworm farming. Okay. Now, Nalbari makes significant progress in area silkworm farming. For the production of the feeder leaves, massive plantations of 𝐼𝐸, 𝐾𝐸𝐬 and tropica were taken on the up on the banks of 78 newly constructed Amritsar River. Okay, আমাৰ জবছৰ পঢ়িছিলো ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্সৰ সময়ত which also lend credence to the greening initiatives in the district. In most of the cases, the upkeep has been vested with the cluster level groups that includes the beneficiaries. তো এৰি আৰু শিল্পম ফাৰ্মিঙৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত নলবাৰী এতিয়া বহুতখিনি আগবাঢ়ি গৈছে আৰু various plantation etc. has helped it. Areas has been provided through Manrega to 250 to 200 SHG women. So SHG women are important. Some huts are ergonomically designed to provide control and conducive environment for the area silkworms, with sizes designed for optimized use of space, vis-a-vis investment and return. Okay. So government has taken multifaceted initiative for area and silkworm farming in Nalbari. Also, there is market linkages. Ekhini mains or important, prelims or important. Mains or data can be used. Market linkages are also being provided to the rearers through expos such as Nalbari hut in various local areas, while by partnering with e-commerce platforms such as My Store. So, My Store initiative etc. The area silk which comes from the area silk moth, scientific name Samia ricini, important for prelims. It's also known as the Ahimsa silk. Why? The Ahimsa meaning non-violence represents the cruelty-free production process from silkworm to silk yarn. The humid atmosphere of the region makes area silkworm easier to grow and populate for 6 seasons in a year. 6টা season in a year. This particular worm feeds on castor leaves or cassava, which is easily found in the soil of Assam. So, area silk amar korpora hai, area silk moth known as Samia ricini. Also, it's also known as the Ahimsa silk. Next is the Muga silk, also known as the golden thread of Assam. The silkworm Antaria assama is indigenous to the region. Next is Mezankori silk, comes from the silkworm Antaria assama that feeds on the Mezankori tree. Okay, Assam is land of unique flora and Mezankori trees, one of its extremely unique examples. Now, for this ADN silk etc., government has brought in the Assam Handicraft Policy 2022. So, important for prelims are also for mains exam next year. Under this policy, training, technological support, market linkage, online marketing etc. Logote interest subsidy for loan up to 2 lakh per year, subsidy of up to 50% of marketing expenditure, one-time financial assistance, raw material banks, okay, etc. has been given under the policy. So the policy is important. The success of Nalbari is also important. Our mains are important. Logote the silk, different types of silk, kuntu indigenous hoy, kuntu non-violent silk boli koa hoy, Ahimsa silk boli koa, etc. These are important for prelims. Now there are certain prelims factual points. First is PM praises the black rice from northeast. Okay, the black rice from Manipur, Assam and Meghalaya is conferred preferred choice due to its medicinal value. Okay, aru ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে ভাৰতনাট্যম legend Yamini Krishnamurti dies at 84. Generally APSC এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কুৱেশ্যন প্ৰিলিমছত দিয়ে আৰু লগতে the Battle of Alaboi was a precursor to Battle of Saraikhat. It was fought on 5th August 1669. Okay, and it set the stage for their defining Battle of Saraikhat. Okay, so ইয়াতে in this article various factual points such as the Treaty of 𝐒𝐬𝐬𝐃𝐬𝐬, the Treaty of 𝐒𝐬𝐬𝐃𝐬𝐬 ended Mirjumla's occupation of Ahom capital Gorgaon. Jayadar Singh, the Ahom king, now became the tributary of the Mughal emperor, agreeing to pay a war indemnity of rupees 3 lakhs, 90 elephants, seized the territory west of Varali on the north bank of Brahmaputra, etc. Okay, and give his daughter Ramani Gavaru. So all these things are important for prelims. Okay, so later Sokoto Singh decided to recapture the ceded territories. Okay, and under his leadership and also under the leadership of Lasit Barfukan. Later, treaty of initially the battle of Alaboi 1669 য'ত আমাৰ এটা ডিভাস্টেটিং ৰিজাল্ট আহিছিলে, and later in the 1671 battle of Horaighat. Okay, so the various factual points are discussed here which are important for prelims. So this is all about